Here we have a spreadsheet showing various data relating to several counties over 5 months in summer. What we can't do though is see very easily which are the lowest and which are the highest, and more importantly, if certain numbers below a certain level are danger numbers and others above a certain point are very good, we can't pick them out very easily without going through all the numbers one by one. For example, here we have 10, 12, 12, 13, 12. Maybe they're not so good. Then we have 33, 26, 32, 25, 28. They're fairly good. But there's a lot of stuff in the middle. We miss things like 29 and 26 there, and another 26 and a 25 and a 28, which maybe should be highlighted because it would make them easier to find. Well, Numbers lets you do this using a feature called Conditional Highlighting, and you'll find it at the bottom of the Cell menu in the Formatting toolbar. The way it works is like this. First of all, select the cells with which you want to work, and we want to work with all of the data in the main area of the spreadsheet. Then click Conditional Highlighting. This brings up a brand new sidebar where we can add various rules that Numbers uses to test the data, and if it finds the rules to apply, it then uses the formatting specified within the rule to change the appearance of the data within the spreadsheet. So let's set our first rule, and we'll do this for anything that's not doing very well. And as you can see, the rules are split out into various sections for numbers, text, dates, durations and so on. We want to work with numbers, and we'll have any number less than or equal to, well, let's say 16, because it's down here in around about the middle area. Type in 16 there, hit return, and you can see immediately which of these cells are problem areas. These maybe are parts of the business that need to be concentrated on and improved. Now let's add another rule for things that are doing very well. We'll say these are greater than or equal to, well, let's go for 20. So we type in 20 there. We'll say that we still want it to be green, although we could change it to whatever we want, and we'll hit return, and as you can see, it's applied. Now these are fairly verbose. There's an awful lot caught up in the green and quite a lot caught up in the red. So let's highlight only the best of the best. Let's say things at around about 28 or higher should apply a green, and anything lower than 14 should be red. We can immediately see now which ones are problems and which ones are very good. But what about those that are in the middle? Well, there are some that are fairly good but just not quite there, and some that are fairly bad but aren't too much of a worry so far. Well, you can carry on adding rules for as long as you want, and there are various others for between 2 digits, not between 2 specified digits, and so on. It's up to you how many you want to add and how complex the resulting spreadsheet should be. The best thing though is that now that you've applied these rules, they'll update dynamically whenever you change the data. So let's say we realise that in Suffolk the number shouldn't have been 14 for May, but it should have been 12. That of course would take us into our danger zone. So as we enter 12 and hit return, Numbers dynamically reformats it, and because these two here are derived with a sum from this one here, they also turn red. What about this one here, 25? Well, let's imagine the cells are actually a bit better than we thought, and perhaps they were at 28. That then becomes a good number, and it's turned green. So as you can see, once you set it up, you can carry on working with your spreadsheet, and Numbers will work on the formatting on your behalf without you having to think about it yourself.